And welcome back, everybody, to the Sports and Coffee with Oppo podcast. I'm David Apodaca. This is my French roast coffee with a little bit of sugar in it. And we are going to talk about the NBA Reboot and everything that's going on. When does it start? When is it supposed to end? And the teams that are in it. So, it starts July 30th. They are playing games on TNT. Go out, watch some basketball. It won't hurt anybody. They're trying to end it around October 13th if it goes to Game 7. If it doesn't, it's going to end earlier. Now, the teams that are playing in it. There are 22 teams that are playing in it. From the Eastern Conference, you have the Bucks, Raptors, Celtics, Heat, Pacers, 76ers, Nets, Magic, and the Wizards. Representing the Western Conference, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Jazz, Thunder, Rockets, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Trailblazers, Pelicans, and the Kings, and the Spurs and Suns. So, I just want to say this right now. Please do not go on eBay or Craigslist or on Facebook shopping page and go look for tickets. Don't do it. Please don't do it. You'll get ripped off. They are not. The only people in that stadium in Orlando are going to be the cameramen, some officials, the referees, and the players. That's it. Do not buy tickets. This is not an event you can go to, and do not sneak in. I don't want to see you on the news saying you try to sneak in and you got arrested. Okay, so I listed the 22 teams. Let's talk about the top 10 teams I believe are going to make an impact with all of this. First, I'm going to say the teams that barely missed my cut, okay? First, the Oklahoma City Thunder. This team is great. Okay, Chris Paul, everyone was like, oh, Chris Paul should just retire. He should demand for a trade. But Chris Paul has, I don't want to say he carried this team, but they had very low expectations. And he has helped these guys out a lot. He probably showed them some of his ways of flopping and crying to the referee and everything. So, Chris Paul, good job keeping this team, well known and stuff. Another team that barely missed my cut would be the 76ers. The 76ers don't really have that three-point shooter. Yes, they have Tobias Harris. Ben Simmons has been shooting three, and the crowd goes wild every time he does it. And they have Josh Richardson, but they don't have any, shooters that constantly make it. So I don't think that's going to help them. They need to find more shooters, and that would help them along the way. Those are the two teams that I think barely missed my cut. And let's get to number 10, the Indiana Pacers. They are currently the 5th seed, and they are 39-26. They got that far because Victor Oladipo has returned, and he is playing. He's going where he left off at. He's been playing hard. He got injured, and he is now going off. Him and Malcolm Brogdon are just two smart players right now. As a point guard and shooting guard, they are just going off. Now, in the front court or the back court, I don't know what court they are, the big men. Okay, you have Sabonis and you have Turner, who are just absolute terrors in the middle. They can score. Well, Sabonis can. Turner can shoot the three. He averages about 12 points. And they are just doing everything they can to play defense. They're improving. Turner is blocking balls. Sabonis is grabbing rebounds. So we're good there. And then they have the small forward, which I think is the downfall of this lineup. TJ Warren. He's not a good defender, but he's not a bad defender. The one thing that's really throwing them off this team doesn't have good chemistry. Like, okay, you like a pass to your left hip. You like a pass that's high. Okay, their starting lineup has only played 85 minutes. Like, that's just 2 games. So they don't have the chemistry that all these other teams have right now. So that kind of needs to improve a lot. And that was number 10. Let's jump to number 9. The 7th seed Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are probably the best 7th seed you've ever seen. We all know they got Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, okay? We all know they have him. Like, those are the 2 main factors of the team. But they also have Tim Hardaway Jr. and they have Seth Curry. They have 3-point shooters everywhere right now. The biggest issue with them and why they're number 9 for me is Porzingis isn't consistent. His consistency needs to stay right now. Dwight Powell is making the team like better on defense, but you know, that's one big man. They need to constantly play defense. And Kristaps Porzingis doesn't look like he's constantly playing defense. He looks like he takes some plays off and saves some energy. And he's also like 120 pounds. He's very small for his size, how big he is. But it's the middle, the inside. You know, the other teams can just get to the basket. Yes, the Mavs can score points, but they can't stop the other team from scoring points is the biggest issue. Now, number 8 from one team that can't stop a team from scoring points to a team who stops teams from scoring points. We have the Miami Heat, the 4th seed, 41 and 24. And this leadership, veteran leadership they have with Jimmy Butler, Andre Iguodala, and Dragic is absolutely scary. Like, this defensive team is just on it. Okay? They have good luck trying to score. Like, they are just absolutely. So check this out, right? A week before the NBA ended, and they played the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay? A healthy Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee brought everybody. The Bucks lost that game. The Bucks only scored 89 points. Miami scored 105. That's not even the craziest part. Oh, back in February, they beat the 76ers by 31 points. Okay, they are just absolutely playing defense. They believe in the scheme. They believe in the scheme. Defense wins championships. Now, their downfall is they don't really have a scorer. Okay? They have Jimmy Butler. Yes, he can score. And they also have nobody else. They don't have someone that, hey, Jimmy Butler is getting double teamed. Let's throw it to Andre Iguodala. No. They don't have anyone else that can score outside of Jimmy Butler. That's why they are currently number 8 for me. This might sound kind of odd for number 7, but I got the Houston Rockets. They are currently the 6th seed in the West. I understand. They have 2 MVPs, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Okay? They're both averaging over 25 points a game. They're also getting good scoring out of Robert Covington, Jeff Green, and Eric Gordon. Now, I understand they got 2 MVPs, but I put them number 7 because ever since they went to this small ball lineup, they just get absolutely ran through on the boards. Like, they can't grab any rebounds at all. So it's like, if they don't make the 3-point shot, they won't. There's no number two. There's no second chance points. Nothing's going to happen. The other team will grab the rebound. And in the West, with Anthony Davis out there with the Lakers, it's just, I don't know. I don't know why they would want to go with this small ball lineup, because they're sticking to it. That's what they want to do. They want to stick to this small ball lineup. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. Like, you guys don't have the team to be going small ball like this. You know, you go against Jokic and Anthony Davis. There's no reason to go small ball. You need someone to grab boards too. That's why you guys are number 7. From the West to the East, all the way north, actually, we're going Toronto Raptors are number 6 for me, with the record of 46-18, and they are the 2nd seed. Okay, they don't have that fiery, all-star on their team. Yes, they have Kyle Lowry, and yes, they have an aging Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka, and they have Pascal. Okay, Pascal is very underrated. Don't get it wrong. But you got to remember, Kawhi Leonard did leave this team. So, ever since he left, this team, I don't want to say they haven't been the same, because that's a big piece they're missing. They still got to go against Boston. They still got to go against the Bucks. And they still got to play the 76ers. Okay? This team is, the best player is very young in the NBA. Kyle Lowry is not very playoff veteran savvy type of deal. But, if they can get something going, some momentum, they can make it to the conference finals and maybe make a push to go to the championship. Make it to the finals. But I don't think it's going to be that easy for them. At number 5, the 43-21 3rd seed in the East, the Boston Celtics. We all know this team is young. They're playing hard with Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, and the all-star Jason Tatum. Okay, they have a very, very good mixture of 2 young stars and 2 older stars. And let's not forget about the defensive captain, Marcus Smart. This team can shoot threes. They play defense. They get to the basket. They do it all. But they don't really have a true big man. As you can see, I named those 4 or 5 players, and none of them play center. So if they try to get to the basket, it won't work. They will not get to that basket. Okay, Turner is right there waiting for you to block your shot. Joel Embiid is right there waiting to block your shot. So 2s and 3s can only get you so far, because if you miss those shots, it's all downhill. Okay? Cantor is not the piece you're looking for. They need to go out and get a center next year. Now, don't get it wrong. They can make all the shots that they shoot, and they can win it all. But right now, it's not looking good for them. They need a big man to help them to score. And let's go from the 3rd seed in the East to the 3rd seed in the West. The 4th team I pick is the 43-22 Denver Nuggets. This team is rising, and they are super, super young right now, okay? They got Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Gray Harris, an old Paul Millsap, and Nikola Jokic, okay? I believe I'm saying his last name wrong, and I apologize for that. All of these starters average more than 13 points a game. That is that's 50 points from your starting lineup, guaranteed pretty much. Okay? Grant is chipping in 10 points a game off the bench, Everyone brings something different to the table. And with Jokic being an absolute animal, he is the best passing center in the league right now. Okay, he can shoot the three, he can dunk, he plays good defense. Also, the man lost a lot of weight. Go look up how much weight he lost. You're going to be shocked. He looks totally different. He was a big center, round. I want to say he was a round dude. Okay, he was round. He lost a lot of weight. Hopefully that doesn't backfire and they don't just run right through him. The only thing is, this team doesn't have a star outside of their center. They don't have someone that would, hey, I'm contested, but I'm going to shoot this three and it's going to go in. They don't have a crunch guy, is what I'm trying to say. Jeremy Grant can't do it all by himself. Harris is too small, and Paul Millsap is pretty old. So that's just my input right there. I really don't think the Nuggets are going to win it this year, but I see them pushing for it next year. Okay? Next year might be their year to push for it. Just push, not take it. Just push for it. Until they can get like a reliable star, because they only have one. Most teams have three. Until they get one more, I don't see them doing too much in the following years. From 3rd seed to 2nd seed in the West. 44-20, the Los Angeles Clippers. Yep, not the Lakers. Not saying that just yet. Now, we all know who the All-Star is. Kawhi Leonard, absolute animal on defense. Absolute animal on offense. He's a great leader. As you can see, he took Toronto to the NBA Finals, and they beat the Golden State Warriors. And he also got Paul George right behind him. So check this out. Imagine being a shooting guard or a point guard, and you pass the half court line. You got Patrick Beverley guarding you. Then he gets switched off, and you got Kawhi Leonard guarding you. Then he gets switched off, and you got Paul George guarding you. That is absolutely terrifying for a ball carrier. It was hard putting them at number 3, but I think number 2 and 3 are up in the air right now because they play the same style and they have absolute stars on their team. They can slow down LeBron James and Anthony Davis without fouling them, which is absolutely amazing. The thing is, Paul George is not the best shooter. Kawhi Leonard is not the best shooter. But Lou Williams, coming off the bench, can be one of those guys who they get the ball to if he starts rolling and can get stuff going. But he comes off the bench, and he's also a defensive reliability. That's why they are number 3 right now. Again, 3 and 2, they're tied for me. Because we all know who number 2 is. They play in the same arena. The Los Angeles Lakers. They have the talent. They have everything you want in a team to take it all the way. They have LeBron. They have Anthony Davis. They have Danny Green, Rajon Rondo, Avery Bradley, Dwight Howard's playing good. JaVale McGee is playing amazing right now. And they are the team to beat if you want that NBA title. One thing that will backfire on them is Bradley would not be coming back to the restart of the season. But luckily, Anthony Davis will be coming back. There's rumor he might not come back, but he decided he is coming back. So the Lakers are at number 2 for me with this amazing, talented team. And the number one team will be the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks have the best player in the league in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nobody can stop him. He's running through people. He's big. He's strong. He is the center of... he is the centerpiece. He does not play center. He is the centerpiece of this Milwaukee Bucks team. They got Chris Middleton going off. They have the Lopez brothers going off. And they are shooting threes. And they are just looking good while doing. Eric Bledsoe is stepping up his game. He's coming off the bench. He's doing everything he can. Kyle Korver is absolutely playing hard. He's making his three-point shots. Wesley Matthews is a big guy. He's playing defense. He's using that body. He's also shooting three very, very well. Now, the trouble that might come up for this team is they left the break before all this happened. They left on a 3-game losing streak, so their morale might be down. That's not something big. This is why they are the number one team that I picked to win the NBA Finals off this NBA Reboot. I want to thank everybody for listening and tuning in. This is David Apodaca on Sports and Coffee Podcast with Oppo. So if you liked it, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and like it. Please put in the comment section where I went wrong, what I did wrong, and everything about it. I want to give special thanks to Dominique Klinger. He helps me out in the background, and he got everything going. He set up my Facebook page. You know, he's on my Instagram, Twitter, and everything about it. I'm David. This is my coffee, and if you have anything to say, please hit me up. Stay safe. Stay blessed. David is out.